Hey everyone, hope you're well. Back again with another top tip for styling curly hair. One of the biggest things and questions I often get asked is how to diffuse hair. So there's some top tips when diffusing hair of how to make it bigger, tighter, curlier. So I'm going to explore all of those with you on this mannequin. And if you enjoy it, let me know in the comments down below. Head over to my channel, Paul Watts Hair, and I'll be bringing you a lot more here on the Salon Guy's YouTube channel. So I've just worked some sea salt spray through the mannequin's hair, combed it in, worked in that little bit. So before I start to diffuse, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and enhance this curl a little bit more with my fingers, get a bit of movement in there, get the diffuser. And a top tip for the diffuser is have it low speed, low heat. And then just don't move it. Don't touch the hair, just have it in a position. And then once it's drying, move it to another position. Don't be working it all over the hair because you're just aggravating it and frizzing. So once I've just enhanced this a little bit, I'll get into diffusing. So what I'm going to be doing is just scrunching this sea salt spray into the hair. And you can see the hair really comes to life when we start to scrunch it up and try and put it back into its natural form. One thing and one issue that people always struggle with is when they've got curly hair, how do we diffuse around the top? And again, you can have people tip their head upside down, or you can just get because it's low heat, low speed, you can just hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. And as the hair starts to dry, it slowly curls back up. So one of my biggest tips I can offer you today when working with hair and with fringes in particular, when they're curly and trying to enhance and twist it into the right place, because sometimes the curl just goes with it. If you're wanting it to sort of dress out a little bit, using the no mark clips. So no mark clips are clips with a flat bit on them. And then what we tend to do is if we can just lift them into that hairline, and it keeps that hair shaped beautifully. And again on this side, so you can see that hair is curling there and then back round. So I'm just going to grab this clip and I'm just going to tuck it into that hairline. I'm just going to pull that hairline round a little bit, just to add a little bit more shape. Just spin the mannequin around so you can see what it looks like. That is it all enhanced. So you can see there's a lot of curl texture in there. And that fringe, once that starts to dry, we can then start to take those clips out and it will have formed that shape. And because they're no mark clips, there won't be any sort of crimp marks or clip marks. So a tip when working with your diffuser is you want to get that hair into the dish, diffuser, and then fold it back upon itself. And then when you drop it out, you'll have the defined curls rather than just putting it in, which flattens it off. So this side is completely dry now, and you can see how much more that's lifted through here. So what we can do is just loosen it up a little bit, just sort of scrunch it, work your fingers through, just to loosen up those curls. This side hasn't been touched. And you can see how that clip's helped keep that hair out the way from dropping down there, even though you pull it forward, it wants to stay back. But how much volume that side's got compared to that side. So if we were to leave it to dry natural against diffuse, you can see how much more body and volume and like definition you get from a diffused to a drying naturally. I know that's not dry yet, but you can see how much more shape this has here, and then that will sort of sit there. It will come up a little bit with drying, but nowhere near as much as this when it comes to diffusing hair. And we'll have a look at the back. So look at how much texture and lift is in there as opposed to that. That's absolutely fine. If you want more of like a beachy sort of surfer look where it's like not so scrunched or volumized, just dry it naturally. Put some no mark clips wherever you want. Because a lot of the time, if I want to sort of say keep it behind the ear or something, I would put a little no mark clip there, keeps it so it will come round, and put a bit like a finger wave. just so you can tuck it around really simply. But you can see the difference there. Diffused against drying naturally. So let's try this side so you can see the finished result. That is it, diffused, dried. You can see the texture, you can see the volume that you achieve. So top tips for when diffusing hair: fold it, keeps it a little bit more intact. Low and low, so low and slow, low heat, slow speed, doesn't blow the hair all over the place. And then get a salt spray, texturizer, something like that worked into the hair, and you can achieve something like this. Also, the no mark clips, big tip of mine, because you can see how that's just kept that open away from the eyes. If you've enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll see you on the next video.